In many Fabrenges, the Rebbe would say interesting expressions. So I want to mention two expressions that the Rebbe said in the Fabrengen of Shabbos Parshas Kedoshim, Tovshin Chov Zayin. One is that the Rebbe spoke on the Rasha V'hafta Racha Kamecha concerning Avos Yisrael, and he asked very strong kashas like he did by every Fabrengen, every Shabbos Fabrengen. But before he came to the Teres, he said this expression, that it says in Sforim, Eloshen, HaKushya Teiv V'atiritz Poshut. The kasha is good, but the teretz is simple. So he said the same thing, this Rasha, that even though the kashas he asked were good, but the teretz is simple. So he used this expression, HaKushya Teiv V'atiritz Poshut. Then, concerning this Rasha, which spoke about Avos Yisrael, the Rebbe mentioned what it says in Tanya, that in order to really be able to fulfill the mitzvah of Avos Yisrael, you have to have Nishmosam Iker Gufam Tofel. You have to feel your neshama as the main thing, and the body as a tofel as secondary. So the Rebbe said, from here we see that it's not the pshat you have to negate the body completely. You have to have it, but it should be tofel. And adarabah, you must have the inyonim of the body. Because as the Frierdiker Rebbe said, the mitzvah of Avos Yisrael is poshet that you should feel a physical love in your body to another yid. But mainly you have to have the inyon of the body. And that's why the Gemara says, Gedela legimish mekareves, when it talks about Avos Yisrael, about kiruv, closeness of one yid to another, it says that drink and food, if you eat and drink together, it's mekarev. And this is a bodily thing because the food has to do with the body. And like the Gemara says, Ein simcha ela babosar, that you only have simcha with meat, with gashmias, and that brings people together when it has the legima drinking and eating. And the Rebbe said, that's why by Chassidim the minig is, by a fabrengen, you say l'chaim. Because doing that brings people closer. The Rebbe added that you can't drink too much because the Frierdiker Rebbe said it's a dover mos, that mashke is disgusting, but a little bit to make people freundlicher, to make people more friendly, it's if you say l'chaim, which has to do with the body. And when the Rebbe finished saying this, he said, Zol zayin l'chaim v'livrocha. So let it be for l'chaim v'livrocha, life and for bracha. And then the Rebbe stopped, and then the Rebbe said l'chaim, and he drank from his cup l'chaim. And when he finished drinking, he made an announcement. I wasn't meitzi anybody. The moment the Rebbe said that, so people understood what the Rebbe meant, that other people should say l'chaim. So everybody started saying l'chaim, and they made a whole commotion, people saying l'chaim. And then the Rebbe said like this, the chaykim, the philosophers think, how is it possible that from a shlila you should come to a chiyuv? From something that we say shlila means not to do something, should come to a positive thing. From a negative, not meaning bad, but something that you should not, come to a positive. So here I have a good proof, a simple proof. I said something not. I said only that I wasn't meitzi anybody, and that brought about a positive thing that everybody said l'chaim. So we see here how from shlila you come to chiyuv. And the Rebbe said, it says in Likutei Torah that from a lot of yediyas hashlila, knowing in the form of shlila, you reach to a little bit of yediyas hachiyuv. So here too, through so what happened here with the l'chaim, and it's connected to what he said b'negeya de Rasha, because in the Rasha, the Rebbe spoke about what Rasha says. The Rebbe Akiva said that Avos Yisrael is a klal gadol b'Torah. V'hafta racha kamecha is a big rule in the Torah. And Hillel said, that what you shouldn't do what you don't want to be done to you, don't do to others. So what Hillel said is a shlila, what you shouldn't do. The other one is a chiyuv. V'hafta racha kamecha, klal gadol b'Torah is what you should do. So from shlila, from being involved a lot in what you shouldn't do in the right way, so you could reach the positive, the inyan of Avos Yisrael in the positive way. But he connected it with an expression, b'negeya, that he said, I wasn't meitzi anybody, which is something that he didn't do, and that brought about a chiyuv that everybody said l'chaim.